couple of years down the road, uh, you kind of like take a moment and appreciate what you hold in your hand. You look down, it's a metal. You kind of take it out, it shines in like the morning sun. So bright that you actually can't look directly at it, you know?
Yeah.
And so you kind of like, you know, put it around your neck
Why?
because it's your metal. You want it, during
How did I win this?
during better. Go ahead.
I said, how did I win this fucking medal?
Um, you saved a kid.
Whoa. Okay. I saved a child from death,
Mhm.
presumably.
So what happened was you were doing a gig at a it's like a there's like a an open space in the back of a like a ventriloquist dummy museum. So it's all these different silent dummies, all around, but that's just in the front. In the back room, there's like an open space, and there's definitely some, of the ventriloquist dummies there. Sometimes if it's a light show, they'll actually put them in the in some of the chairs.
To fill out the room.
Yeah.
Jesus. Business in the front, party in the back.
This alt comic did a thing where he recorded like a 20-minute special there, but it was with all dummy audience. And like by the end, he actually was declared legally insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes
What do you mean?
the
It's a 20
experience.
minute set. By the end of 20
Something
minutes, somebody declared him legally insane.
something happened to him when he was performing to the what he kept screaming were a sea of dummies.
That's
And
exactly what they were.
he went insane. Like he lost it. And it's one of the biggest specials of all time because you actually see a guy at the beginning, slowly go insane. And at the beginning, it's kind of killing.
How can you be killing in a room full of an audience that cannot laugh because they are inanimate objects?
That's the thing. That's what's so interesting about the special. It's this guy, Timmy Jibbs, putting on the special. It's called "Hey There, Dummy,"
You kidding me?
and he
Timmy
goes,
Jibs.
"It's completely insane." So anyway, but that's really neither here nor there. So you were performing at the Dummy Museum, you know, and the the show actually sold really well. They didn't have to put any of the dummies in the audience.
Thank God.
You do your set and you fucking crush, dude. You don't
Thanks.
even walk off the stage at the end. You just go, "Thank you guys. I'm Aaron Brooks." And you turn and you just kind of like do a trust fall onto the front row and they just like all
Dumb.
no, they're all people. These are the audience members.
These are the
They
actual.
all
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. So you do a trust
Like
fall onto them and they just kind of do you like crowd surf, to the back.
I crowd surf out of the fucking crowd.
Yep.
Jesus
The
Christ.
crowd's going crazy. The host goes back up there. It's Danny Goodwin. He's like, "Aaron Brooks, everybody." And everyone's like, "Yeah." And then you hear him go like, "And my name is Danny Goodwin." And there's like, you literally hear a cricket.
Yeah,
Yeah. He goes, "Good night." So
Danny.
you start walking out of the museum. The name of the museum is called it's called Colt McAndrews. where dummies rest.
That is an atrocious name for a building.
Cool. Colt McAndrews is this like legendary, like he's is a legendary ventriloquist, and he
But no, but you just said the name of the building is Colt McAndrews, where dummies rest.
like the name like it's called Colt McAndrews, like it's a restaurant called Jim's. You know what I mean? Like it's possessive, and
Yeah,
then that's like their slogan, where dummies rest.
where dummies rest.
Colt McAndrews, he died with a lot of money. He did very well over his 7 decade career
Of what?
of being a ventriloquist. He was the first ventriloquist, and he stayed with the times. He adapted. He kept what was essentially the core of his persona intact, but he adapted to the times. So he was able to just pivot and pivot and pivot for 7 decades, and he
That's
died.
crazy. That's
He
so long.
died with $75 million in the bank,
Holy shit.
and he never had any kids. He never married, and so Colt McAndrews, that's the ventriloquist dummy museum. That's where like the money went. So it's a very, very,
Well-funded museum.
yeah. There's talks that there's embezzling and stuff like that, but I mean, whatever. That doesn't really concern you. Their checks don't bounce. You say to yourself. You walk to the front, and this like crazed gunman like kicks down the door, and he's like,
The museum.
yeah. And because it's no 75 mil, and he whips out a gun, and he goes, all right, everybody, like, this is a stick up. And then he like tripped. He was like tackled by the cops. So like the gun goes off, and there was this child standing nearby. And you tell people later on that it's almost as if for those precious moments, you saw time differently than everyone else. Everything slowed down, but your reflexes were on point. You saw that gun go off. You saw the direction it was pointed in. You knew it was pointed. You just know. You don't know how you know this, but you know that it is pointed directly at this little kid's heart. You take like a running dive, and you leap in front just in time to block the shot.
Take a bullet for this child.
Sort of. So you were holding in front of you. You're holding in front of you a the latest edition of Speed Reader Weekly,
Yeah,
which is very, very big. It's a very large
yeah.
magazine.
They really got to pack the words in.
Yeah, it is a magazine that is solely devoted to the speed reading community. If you weren't a
Yeah,
speed reader, you would not be able to keep up with this.
yeah.
Demand is still off the charts even with this. And
So there's
that
so
took
much content that a normal person couldn't read it on their own time.
yeah, for the speed readers of America and really the world, we welcome them all, they say. Um it really is something that it's like for them it's like reading a normal, you know,
Yeah.
week's worth of whatever.
So this thick ass magazine blocks it's so thick that it blocks a bullet from penetrating.
Yeah, the only thing that it did is and this didn't cause any like internal damage or anything, but the it pressed like the magazine, like the back of the magazine, like really hard into your chest.
Yeah.
And to this day, you have like imprinted like perfectly in between your nipples. It looks like the word read, READ, because that part of the magazine was like pressed against you the hardest. So it looks like you have a tattoo that just says read.
So wait, this bullet hits so hard that it doesn't penetrate uh doesn't penetrate, but it puts enough force to transfer ink from the back page of Speed Reader magazine onto my bare chest
Permanently. So it's
through
not the ink,
my
it's the
clothing.
impact. You know what I mean? It's not the ink necessarily. It's
But
just
that
like you
would
have like a bruise that looks like a tattoo and it says read.
that sucks.
But whatever. But you save the kid's life. And you are given the Hero of the Year award given to you by the mayor of Los Angeles himself.
Hero of the year.
Mhm. The mayor, you kind of have like a flashback as you remember. You kind of like look down at the metal as it hangs across your neck, and for a second it feels almost like a fucking noose.
Jesus, why?
I don't know. And so you look down at it and you remember that fateful day where the mayor of Los Angeles first draped that metal across your fucking neck. Tears of joy are like running down your eyes. Not just because, oh, cool, you're being honored, but I mean, you did save a kid's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's the important thing.
Yeah. They, her parents, or mother rather, was 8 months pregnant. And they're like, it's going to be a boy. We were going to name it, Matthias, but now his name's Aaron.
It's very kind.
Yeah. And so, a couple years, like, so anyway, so yeah, so you ended up like saving her life and stuff like that. You got Hero of the Year and everything. Uh, a
You got that
couple of
metal.
yep, you got that medal. You're reminiscing. You remember the name of the kid that you rescued. This girl. Uh, her name was Anne Marie Drexler.
Yeah,
And you actually kind of became a like a pen pal with that family. You kind of became like
sure. We
friends with
Christmas
them and
card
stuff like that.
kind of thing.
Yeah, stuff like that. You
Yeah.
you're like cheering her on from the sidelines. She plays lacrosse. The team fucking sucks. They lose 75-0, but you're there
Oh,
cheering.
Jesus. Ah, okay.
Yeah, you're like you remember being like super proud when Anne Marie graduated from Harvard with a degree in uh, molecular biology.
Good for her. Sounds like she's done great for herself. I'm proud to be in her life.
Yeah. When the bodies started piling up, you started wondering like what is causing this, you know?
What the fuck are you talking about?
So a few years later, everyone on Earth dies except for you.
What?
Yeah, so Anne Marie, it turns out, ended up making a like deadly virus, and she was patient zero. She exposed it to herself, and now everyone on Earth is dead except for you.
What the fuck? Oh, how did I survive this? How did
Well,
I?
that's the thing.
Yeah,
You're not a scientist. You don't really know why. There's no one there to
I
explain it.
just I just happen to be the only person who survives this this plague.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. So it's
it's
me and like
called
a
it's called the Star Plague.
what, who fucking
That's
cares
what
what it's
everyone called
called?
it.
There's nobody for me to tell that to. Who cares?
No, no, no one.
Jesus.
So a few years after you kind of basically what you do is you just you're not in danger of starving to death or lacking shelter or anything. You know what I mean? You can go
I
walk
mean,
around, do whatever you want. The
yeah,
bodies
but like
also, due to the nature of the virus, the bodies just like, and it looks really frightening, but they eventually just like disintegrate.
so I just have to like so is it just humans that are affected? Like are there still animals and
Oh yeah, they're still animals.
so it just wipes out humans.
Sometimes you feel like you can talk to them.
I don't know what the fuck that means, Pat. I'm the only
Like,
person left alive. I'm losing my mind. I'm totally isolated.
so one day you wake up, you stretch, you walk into, you're staying in for some reason, like the electricity and everything just stays on. Like everything still works. It's kind of odd. You don't really know how. I think you think and you realize like someone had some kind of backup plan in case something like this happened, and this is them enacting it, from beyond the grave.
What about what about the internet? Still the internet?
Yeah, internet stays on.
All right. I mean, I guess if I'm gonna be stuck alone on the world, I'll just hang out in a grocery store or something. I'll just
Yeah,
hole up there so I'm just surrounded by pantry goods and kitchen appliances and stuff.
yeah.
And I'll just be on the internet until I fucking die.
One day you wake up, you stretch, you get out of your super king size bed in this mansion that you're staying in. You roll out to you like roll over to get out of bed, and actually the bed is so big it takes you like several rotations before
Yeah,
you're able
before
to.
I get out.
Yeah, you walk into your kitchen, and in the middle of it is this like what looks like a rip in like reality itself almost.
What? No,
There's like this
what do you
weird floating like almost like impossible color in front of you. You know what I mean? And it like
sure.
shimmers. It's like this orb thing, and
Yeah.
then you hear, "Greetings, Aaron. We are the keepers of the cosmos."
You fucking kidding me?
The keepers of the cosmos, they just like download the information directly into your brain. They're like that advanced as like life forms. They don't have to actually talk. You know what I mean? They just talk because they like it, but
Yeah.
they can also just download info right into your brain. And you learn that, there are these, you've always kind of suspected this, but there are forces beyond our imagination, Aaron, that you cannot hope to comprehend. And the keepers of the cosmos are one of those things. And they explain that your reality is in danger. There's
I'm
an
the only person
alternate,
left alive.
right? But the whole reality is what I'm talking about. They're like, this reality is like threatening to like, you know, invade ours and essentially take over. They're
So take
called,
it.
they're
What the fuck
called,
is
called Universe X.
it might be nice to have somebody else around.
No, these guys crave destruction and oblivion and pain. They're not good guys. they're like, and they tell you that they have to use you as the representative of your reality. And if you're able to beat Universe X's representative, they're like, we'll be able to restore our reality
At
back to
what?
normal. We'll bring them all back to life, Aaron. Everything will go back to however you want it. Or
Do I have to beat?
are
I have
we
to beat them
not
at what?
the keepers of the cosmos? And like
God damn it!
the the lights like flicker on and off like super dramatically. But it looks pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, Aaron. This weird orb of impossibility in front of you, you just kind of look at it and you just think to yourself, like, man, maybe, maybe those guys were, maybe that Lovecraft guy, maybe he wasn't, maybe he was onto something, you know?
What do I have to beat him at?
Concerning the the scary stuff, not the racism and stuff. You
This
clarify
person that
that to
I
yourself.
this
So
person.
basically
Jesus
they
Christ!
they basically have you come on as like the champion of your reality. And they go, "Do you accept?"
You haven't fucking told me what I have to even do. You're
Like
just telling me I have to beat this guy at what am I doing?
they go,
What do I have to beat him
"Aaron,
at? Also, I'm one of one in my reality. Everybody else is fucking gone.
they go, Aaron, you must defeat them in a karaoke contest.
God damn it.
It's the representative of Universe X versus representative of um Universe Prime Major. That's the name of yours.
Fine. I'll do it because only because nobody has any frame of reference. Nobody in Universe X will know Shimmer by Fuel, you
Yeah.
know? So they're just gonna have to take my word at it that it's good. And
So,
if I don't do it, they're just gonna take over anyways.
so you blink and you're instantaneously, it's almost like you're standing in like on a stage, you know? In the crowd, there's definitely people sitting in the crowd, but you can't exactly make out who or what they are, you know? And you think to yourself like, maybe it's best for me to just not investigate too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Next to you is like
Karaoke.
the representative of Universe X. He's this dude. He's got like like a really cool leather jacket on,
Yeah.
and on the back it says "Cool dudes only."
All right.
So he launches into he does the song he does the song Crazy Bitch. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you back down, get him out top of there when I'm fame. You know that song? Doing you all night.
Doing you all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Betcha
yeah.
on my down a face, I came around. And like
Didn't that guy
whatever
die
the
recently?
um yeah, I believe he did die. And the Universe X guy, you only know him as Chad. He actually dedicates it in memory to him. And for a second, it feels like his spirit is actually in that room, wherever you are, whoever these
Yeah.
cosmic entities in the dark are. He hands you the microphone. And he kind of like smiles at you and he goes, "It's nothing personal, Aaron. We just need to survive."
I mean, yeah, me too. You know,
So
I'm one person. There's like, and it's you're not trying to survive. You're trying to destroy. And so this guy, when he in this event was able to summon the lead singer of Buckcherry. Oh, I was thinking of Crazy Town. Never mind.
yeah,
Buckcherry. That guy's alive, I think.
who knows? Well, I mean, in at this point, you're the
At
only
that, yeah.
person
Well,
left alive
that's
anyway.
that's
But
true.
in real life, if he is, R.I.P. And if not, well, we hope you're doing good. Anyway, so what song would you pick? You do pick
I'm doing I'm doing Shimmer, and I'm gonna try to channel Brett Scallions. I'm gonna
so
try to channel the soul of Brett Scallions, and I would love to have a dialogue with him if he arrives.
You pull the mic out of the stand and you take like a very deep breath and you just think about all the times you've listened to this song in the past. You think about all of the goosebumps that have poured across your body over the years when that first like fucking verse comes in
Yeah. She calls me on the phone.
and you just feel
You
for a second
lost love,
for the first time in
you should
at this point
stay,
several
babe.
decades absolute joy.
Yeah. Okay.
And right when the like the drums come in, you know what I mean?
When it picks up. Yeah.
Yeah. Dream a champagne dream. So yeah, that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get to the lyric. Lavender and cream. And whatever is sitting out there in the dark, and again, things that you probably wouldn't be able to look at and, survive. You hear them like you hear like some of them positively moan as they listen to you hit those
Oh,
fucking notes.
moan like an erotic moan.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, geez.
And at that point, everyone in the room knows that Earth Prime Major is saved. You score,
Do I meet the ghost of Brett Scallions?
yeah, like right before you started singing, actually. Uh, just because you had so much like energy built up from singing the song, you could swear that from behind you, you like, or like next to you, you could swear that like you see like some kind of like shadowy movement, almost like, like mist in human form coming towards you. And you hear
Yeah.
someone go, let's get fueled. And it's almost like he kind
Oh
of,
no.
like gave you his, power or whatever. You know what I mean? He was able to help you. The spirit of Brett Scallion himself, lead singer of Fuel. For a second, it's like his soul and yours are one. And you are in your pipes combine to save not just your life, but a fucking whole reality. This is
Yeah.
like crazy shit. This has never happened to you before.
Yeah. I've never had the opportunity to save every life on human earth by singing fuel to a group of aliens. You're right. This has never happened to me before.
So, um, the representative from Universe X, he kind of like turns and looks at you and he goes, I really liked your song, Aaron. Again, it was nothing personal. He kind of like smiles a sad smile as like he and his entire reality like fade away.
All right.
The keepers of the
Does that
cosmos.
mean I won?
Yeah, they come back to you. There's like that weird shining, impossible
Void.
colored orb in front of you. Yeah. And they go, hello, Aaron. We are the keepers
I
of
know
the
who you
cosmos.
are. You don't have to do this a second time. There's not a lot of you guys there's not another group of you that I would confuse you for.
Yeah. Um, they go, because of your incredible karaoke abilities, like, we're gonna restart life on your planet. Like, you saved everybody.
Great.
And everybody starts clapping, and you turn and you're like, you step forward and you're like, start to say, like, thanks, everybody. Appreciate you coming out. But there's and you didn't notice this before because of like the lighting, but there's like a banana peel near the stage, like the edge of
You
it.
fucking kidding me?
So
A
you slip
banana
on it.
peel?
You
Fuck
fall off of
you.
this like cosmic stage wherever you are, you know what I mean?
What are
And
you?
like you fall, and as you fall, you like look over into like the audience and you see like different personifications of, like eternity and like death and like things like that. You know what I mean?
Whatever. Who fucking
They
cares?
they were your celestial judges. You fall off of the stage, you break your neck.
God damn it.
You save all of reality, but the only thing is
Yeah,
that like because you died like outside of it, you guys were kind of outside of reality. You're erased from it, and no one knows of your
Jesus.
sacrifice.
God damn. This fucking sucks.
They should have statues for you, dude. I'm
This-
so sorry.
Are you kidding me? Does Brett Scallions come back to life?
Of course, he's rocking to this very day.
God damn.
You just know who the fuck you are.
Jesus Christ. Fuck this. Banana peel.